Today, we are nestled between the Drakensberg Mountains here on the Gilfillan field at Hilton College. And to put it simply, it doesn't get any bigger than this. It's a 201st clash between Hilton College and Michaelhouse. Michaelhouse are in search of their first victory since 2016, while Hilton are looking to maintain their official unbeaten record since 2017 when they lost to Maritzburg College. With me in the commentary box today is Andrew Duncan. Andrew, good day.
Justin, thanks very much for having me. It's wonderful to be here. You summed it up pretty nicely. This is a vintage schoolboy display of rugby that we're about to encounter. It's wonderful to be here. It's been a great day. Hilton have seemed to dominate the day so far, but the first team game should be very interesting.
And also the past 10 clashes, you couldn't have it any better, 5 apiece. As we look at Hilton College, they're led by their captain, Mark Armstrong. He's had a few big games in that number 8 jersey. Watch out for the big tight head prop, Christopher de Oliveira, the human bulldozer. Brendan Bierkes is pretty handy at number 2. The loose head prop is a Geriardis as well. Then the lock combination of Murray Schnell and Luke van Rijswijk. James Harvey and Thomas Hamlin form the flank combination. And then number 9 is Michael Cheichman. And then Academy Week player Ruan Vilmans. Joshua Cox on the left wing. The centre combination is Michael Booth. And then the Tika Nether, who was with the SA7s a few weeks ago. A fiery right winger in Tanaka Matsa. 15, Tabisa Tlamini. A very good side there, Andrew.
Yeah, very good, Justin. It's a young side. A lot of matrics were in the side last year, but the youngsters have been stepping up. Led, as you said, by Captain Courageous Mark Armstrong. They've got some silky skills in the midfield with Michael Booth, formidable cricketer, and Latika Nella, and their number 10, Ruan Wilmans, is very much a dictator of the game. So I think a lot will rest in their hands.
Michaelhouse, led by captain number 8, James Moody. Their front row is Brandon Jewell, Jamie Diebel, Tristan Vermeulen. Their lock combination, watch out for Gavin Fienstra with the headband. Their number 5 is Nick Crampton. And then the rest of their loose trio is James Armstrong and Luke Stubbs. Number 9 and 10, they have a big job today. Brett Ollerman and Luke Poussin, who many do favour as a Craven Week / Academy Week contender. Watch out for their lighthouse of a left winger in Mark Grant, who's already scored 2 tries, and that came against St. Charles last week. Their right winger, Kumalo, is making his debut today, and then their centre combination of Zakwe and Murray are pretty explosive. And then watch out for the little feather at the back, Keta.
Something to look out for. This Michaelhouse first team had a very strong in the 16A and B and C age group last year. Those players, they've actually dominated against Hilton over the years. Those players have now filtered into the first team section. So it should be very, very interesting.
And Andrew, the setting here, as you mentioned, it feels almost like an amphitheatre. It really does.
It really is. Gilfillan's a classic schoolboy field. Actually, newly laid turf. This is the first time they're playing on it. They dug it up in August last year, put in a new drainage system. They flattened it out, put in some world-class grass. And this is actually the first day we've played on it. So as you can see, a little bit scuffed up, but it's holding up very, very nicely.
Just a shout out to R&B Private Bank for making this stream possible. A few years ago, this was not possible at all, and to be able to bring you Michaelhouse versus Hilton is something very special. In terms of past results this season for both these sides, Michaelhouse have only played 1 game. They beat St. Charles last week away from home, while Hilton, they played 3 games. So the first one was an unofficial one against Glenwood. They had a loss there. But since then, they beat DHS comfortably, especially a good second half performance there away from home, and then they drew to Kersney.
Yeah, Hilton's had a pretty solid start to the season. They've had 1 game extra than Michaelhouse. They started a week earlier. So this will be Michaelhouse's second fixture, having played Clifton and St. Charles last week. Hilton coming off, as you said, Justin, the Kersney game in an insane draw. So there's much to play for as we start seeing the spell. They call it the spell here for these 2 schools. It's become a custom and a tradition over the past years. And the boys put a lot of practice into this. So let's have a look, see whose spell can be better, Justin.
Beautiful scenes here. And Andrew, as we said, it's the 201st clash, but if one looks at the actual results, you'd have to search pretty far to find a rivalry where one side has won 99 and the other side has won 91, and there's been 10 draws. Obviously, Michaelhouse having the upper sniff since the first clash in 1904 when Hilton actually won at Hilton.
Michaelhouse have slightly more wins. Over the last few years, it's been pretty much dominated by Hilton. The day today, in fact, looking at across the 16 or 17 games, you're looking at pretty much all Hilton wins, all but 2. So it's been a good day for Hilton, but the first team is the one that counts, right? So you could lose all games and the first team game get a W, and that can make a lot of people happy. So
Michaelhouse Army, they're in desperate need of a victory, obviously, Andrew, against Hilton, because they've had to wait 3 years.
Desperate search for a victory, and this, as I said before, with that under 16 age group filtering up here, that they've actually had the better of Hilton over the age group years, under 14, 15 and 16. Now those guys are in grade 11, and they're sort of filtering across the first and seconds, and as you see, the second team game is much closer, so hopefully the first team game will be pretty close as well. It will be a good clash. One thing I have noticed over the course of the day is that Hilton seems to be the more physical outfit, and Michaelhouse seem to be playing that little offload game in the tight loose, giving a lot of 50-50 passes, and they've been pulling them off. So obviously something they've been practicing up there in Balgowan, maybe to counter the physicality of the Hilton side. So I wonder if the first team will play a similar brand. That will be interesting.
And Andrew, I also believe in 2016, when Michaelhouse did beat Hilton here, they were also the underdogs, and many thought that Hilton would just go on and get a convincing victory that day when they went up by 12 points. So this Hilton side, they can't take this Michaelhouse side lightly at all.
Never. And as everybody knows, in a derby game, anything can happen. The playing fields are often levelled, and although Hilton may be, according to the recent history, favourites for this game, you can never expect or predict anything in a derby game. Again, also, it's a case of Hilton having a lot more to lose than the Michaelhouse team, with Michaelhouse being the underdogs.
And also Hilton, next week they travel to Cape Town for the World Schools Series, so they need a victory here today.
That will get them off to the right start at the World Schools Festival. World Schools Festival, some very big names there from across the world. It's being hosted at Paul Roos, and yeah, some top South African schools, some top New Zealand, some top USA, some top England schools. So that'll always be a big challenge. So look at that panoramic view of Gilfillan. Just behind there, you can see Lombard Field, just to your top left of the screen. That's where the under-14s played this morning. Hilton got the better of Michaelhouse in most of those games.
It's beautiful scenes here as we get ready for this first team clash. And Andrew, many say that this is more important than the clash itself.
The spell. Yeah, lots of sideshows that go on in this Hilton Michaelhouse fixture. Some very cool sideshows. The spell's one of the cool ones. And yeah, the guys get very fired up and they take it seriously. They even had a 2-hour practice on Friday. So yeah, no, it's great. It's great to see all the school uniting as one and supporting the first team. And everybody gets involved, and both the schools really enjoy it. You can see people video it, and the parents love it. So it's great. Of course, many of the sister schools coming up to watch. St Anne's official sister school of Michaelhouse, St Anne's College in Hilton, and the Wickham Collegiate, the sister school of Hilton. They are out here supporting whichever school they decide.
one can just wonder really how much blood is pumping through both sides at the moment when they hear the Spal go out.
Absolutely, and when they hear their school songs at halftime, Old Boys of Hilton and Stars of the Morning from Michaelhouse, two of their big school songs, and that really gets the blood pumping in through the veins. The guys get fired up and they're willing to do anything for their school.
And also what is amazing is this turnout. I believe on average it's about 10,000 every single year that come through these gates.
So I hear 10,000. That's what I've heard. Looks about that. The nice thing about the Gilfillan Fortress is it's sunk just below the stand, so it's kind of like a cauldron. And the sound amplifies, and the spectators are almost looking over the field, so it's a real hostile environment it can be when it's pumped.
Especially today when the weather is a little bit muggy, it's a little bit sticky.
Well, it's been nice. It's heavy rain the last 2 days, so it's just cleared up. The field is damp. The conditions, it is damp underfoot, but with this newly laid turf, it's actually holding together very nicely, so it shouldn't be a problem. But the boys do have to look after the ball, because the ball will pop out if you don't look after it.
Ladies and gentlemen, always remember to interact with us on all our social media platforms. This promises to be an absolute blockbuster here in the heart of the Midlands. And also you can just feel the air, Andrew. Everyone knows that this is a serious thing.
Well, it is serious. I mean, the town's been buzzing. All the restaurants and hotels and everything around have all got specials and promoting this event, and the town really comes together. People come up the hill from Maritzburg, people come down the hill from Nottingham Road, and they sort of all filter around here, and really look forward to that clash.
So you see their captain, James Moody, and on his right there is the big Brandon Jewels, 118 kilograms. Unfortunately for him, though, his opposite number, who he is scrummaging against, Christopher de Oliveira, is about 24 kilograms heavier than him.
Correct. He is a heavy man, Chris de Oliveira. Michaelhouse wearing the traditional red and white stripes. Hilton in the plain white kit for the first team.
Few minutes away from kickoff, and we can see that James Moody is looking determined there, the captain of Michaelhouse, as he is in search of his team's first victory since 2016. That victory coming on this very field. And Andrew, he'll know how important it is to hit the ground running straight away.
Absolutely. And you talk about important parts. The set piece is going to be extremely critical here. Kickoffs even. You've got to get your kickoffs, you've got to get your lineouts and your scrums. They'll be the foundation of the attack. So if both teams can get that right, the set pieces, it should provide some a platform to attack. And if they can get some continuity, each of them should promise to be a great encounter.
James Moody leads Michaelhouse onto the Gilfillan here. And you can hear the buzz. There's a lot of support for Michaelhouse. A lot of the supporters would have travelled that 40 minutes from the Bulgowan Valley. You see hooker there, Jamie Diebel, just one cap to his name. Tight end prop, Christian Vermeulen. Number 5 there, Nick Crampton. And Hilton College being led by Mark Armstrong. So both captains, 8 mans here today, and there's the big man, the human bulldozer, Christopher de Oliveira. We almost set to go here. Latika Nether, the SA7 star, will he light up this amphitheatre? Mark Armstrong, Captain Courageous, a try last week in that draw. And the Hilton party is starting. They are flamboyant.
Michaelhouse looking to kick off first. Hilton boys receiving, as I mentioned before. Here's the kickoff. This will be crucial for the boys to get the right start.
Eta for Michaelhouse gets us underway. And it's taken there almost by Matze. He gives the pass inside there to Nether. It's a tackle there by James Murray. Hilton just inside their 22. Cheichman waits. And this could be a good start here for Michaelhouse if they've got the ball. And they do, they have the line out.
Looks like they just got, Hilton got bundled into touch there. And Michaelhouse with an attacking line out on their own 22. Perfect start for the men in red and white. It's going to be a big defensive effort from the Hilton boys.
So Diebel will throw. The line out, they have to be concentrated here, the Michaelhouse boys, because Hilton fans are going berserk. Vermeulen, the tight end prop, immediately some work for him. And Michaelhouse, it's early possession in a good part of the field as they go through the big timber. That's Jewel, the 118 kilogram monster. There's Ollerman, fires it away there to Stubbs. Ollerman, and here's Zakwe. Good run by the inside centre. Gets the offload away to Keta. Ollerman, who's on. It's another touch there for Luke Stubbs. So Michaelhouse trying to find some space, trying to punch the line. And it's a free play. Who's on with the chip? And we come back there for the penalty.
As expected, Justin, Michaelhouse keeping the ball alive. Lots of offloads in the tight loose. In that last ruck, the big Chris Oliveira just falling off his feet from the side and getting pinged by the referee right in front of the poles. What are Michaelhouse doing? They're going for poles. 3 points on offer here for the Michaelhouse to nudge in front. It is a pretty straightforward kick. Let's see if the number 15 from Michaelhouse can get it over. Zanti Kweta.
So can the kids from Polgowan strike first here through their fullback?
There's a little chip over the top, playing with advantage. Michaelhouse again looking to keep the ball alive. Flav just dinks it over, unable to recollect, goes back to the penalty. In front of the sticks. Deathly silence around Gilfillan while the kicker lines up for this one.
Great composure by Keta. What a start for Michaelhouse. Michaelhouse 3, Hilton College 0.
Well, they've really made a statement, Justin, right up by keeping that ball alive, willing to throw the pill around, testing the Hilton defence. Hilton is renowned for their defence. Their coach works very hard in their defence. So it's going to be a different battle, a mobile game versus a very direct game. But great start for Michaelhouse.
Tap back there by Cox and Cheichman. He's bundled into touch. And Michaelhouse, well, they're certainly here to play.
Yeah, some very physical contact there, taking the young number 9, bundling him into touch, as you said. First line out went right over the top. Let's see what looks like Michaelhouse are lining up with a 4-man. And I don't know if that line out up over the top was on purpose, but it did work out for them. Let's see what they've got on offer.
44-31 West.
Diebel delivers. Crampton with the take. So it's looking good early on this maul for the red and whites. And they've had all the possession in this opening 4 minutes. Zakwe crashes it up. The number 12. Hilton strong in defense. And it's been poached as well. Hamlin is over that one. Cheichman goes to the prop forward. Zagariadis. Cheichman works the right hand side. Nether. So far, pretty physical stuff. Both sides crashing it up through their forwards. The human bulldozer D'Oliveira, and he spills it.
Hilton showing their intent. Playing straight up for 9, giving it to the heavies, trying to get over the gain line, earning their right to go wide, as they say. But sort of a midfield battle at the moment. Michaelhouse defence is staying strong. The big carriers, I think it was Hamlin that made the pilfer there, made a little jackal poach, won the ball back for them. But unfortunately, the big Chris D'Oliveira, the big tight head, just unable to keep it in contact. As I said, very slippery underfoot. Ball's a bit like a soap. Got to look after that thing. First scrum of the day, Justin.
This will be a big one. Can Michaelhouse soak up D'Oliveira, the big man, the big tight head prop. They get the scrum right. Gaeta with a loose ball. And on debut is Kumalo, the right winger. Has to come to the rescue that time. Oleman, Jewel, Crampton, the number 5. Oleman, Puzard with a great skip pass there. But the pull has been spilt. So Hilton have a scrub.
Again, in any dry condition, that would have been a great pass going ahead, but in front of the man, but just too far to reach, too slippery. The ball is not sticking like it is in dry conditions. It's got to be closer. Yeah, you see the Michaelhouse guys preparing to swing it wide. The double skip pass out to the number 7 flanker who's sitting on the side of the field, unable to control it, and he's coughed up the possession, giving Hilton a chance for the set piece. I'm sure they might look for some strike runners in the back line, maybe look to release Latikanela. Let's have a look and see.
No overcast conditions. Perhaps a sign of uncertainty here. As Michaelhouse are up by 3 with almost 7 minutes gone.
The early push there from Michaelhouse, giving the short arm to Hilton. It looks like they've opted for the scrum again, backing their tight 5, backing their weight advantage, and hopefully looking for a strike run in the back line. But I must say, Justin, this Michaelhouse defence has looked very strong so far.
So the crowd patiently on looks here. Hilton with a great scrum. Volmans with a skip ball to Nether. This could be trouble. The 7-star Dlamini to Joshua Cox, working the tram lines. So Hilton into the 22 they go. Here's Harvey, the open side flanker.
Flag was raised there, ref didn't pick it up, but just a slight footed touch there from Joshua Cox as the Michaelhouse cover defence came across. Got the Michaelhouse boys out of jail there. Very, very dangerous set-piece move. And as I said, look to release the Tikanela, the Grand Coma player, the SA7's star, as we set for this line-out.
T-ball with a pressure throw. It's been poached. Chaisman. And here's Hamlin now, the blindside flanker. Zachariadis with a great carry there, gaining some valuable meters. And Hilton have the penalty, so decision time here.
For me, it's a no-brainer. Take the 3 points in a derby game like this. And wet conditions, lineouts aren't even a guarantee. So it's in front of the poles, it's 3 points, it's a giveaway. Road Volmans must take the shot, and he is. Michaelhouse was infringing at the last breakdown. I think off their feet they were. And right in front of the poles in the red zone. It's a giveaway for Ruan Volmans if he can stick it over. Ruan Volmans Academy Week last year. Had a great season for the Hilton first team and looking to back it up this year again.
There's a great carry there by Zagariadis. And a valuable penalty for the black and white. Volmans makes no mistake.
Splits the uprights straight through, looked very confident. As you mentioned, Zagariadis getting the boys over the game line, the Hilton boys over the game line, makes a big difference, makes it hard to defend, and Michaelhouse gave the penalty away. 3 apiece.
Volmans, of course, 9 points last week against Kersney with a try. Eta sends it straight into the 22 to Teichmann. He looks for distance. And that's a wonderful kick, Andrew.
That is a huge kick, Justin. That's 40 meters. Bouncing out past just before the 10-meter line in the Michaelhouse half. Massive raking kick from the scrum off.
Watch, Nelly, watch.
Huge thanks to School Sports Live and R&B for the broadcast, all the way from Acerfontein. That's from Mark Greg McLeod. Hashtag School Sports Live. Awesome. We even have a guy watching from Germany.
Up.
Keep it coming through all our media platforms. Michaelhouse. Zakwe. Well, it's gone on a few runs in this opening 10 minutes. Michaelhouse have had most of the possession, but it's 3-all, and that's all that matters. As Ollerman works the blind side there to Jewel. It's a good tackle there on the big man, but Michaelhouse had the penalty.
Thomas Hamlin looked like he illegal hands in the ruck, giving the penalty away to Michaelhouse. Michaelhouse will look to knock this downfield and gain some territory. Probably look for a line-up around their 22. Just some ill discipline there from the Hilton boys at the ruck.
Eta in his second cap for his side, and it's not out. Klamini sends it downtown. So what can Michaelhouse do here? They decide to have a go. There's numbers on the right. A chance for the new man, Kumalo, and he puts his head down. Good defense here by Hilton, and great tackle by Neva.
Michaelhouse looking to reply with interest after Klamini put the big raking kick down. It was looking good for a while, but it almost just went a bit sideways there, and sort of the big Michaelhouse winger had no chance really, just slipping underfoot and being bundled into touch.
Bierkus to throw.
Good,
It's a good line out. Teichmann, Volmans as they spread the line here. Klamini looking for territory. Eta has to backtrack. And he does really well. He was in a sticky position there.
Very good reply for the Michaelhouse fullback later. As you said, no angle to work with. The ball racing towards the touchline, but he's managed to get aside 15-20 meters and put the ball back in the middle of the park.
Brendan Bierkus. And it's a skew feed. So this is goal for Michaelhouse now.
It looks like the ref has maybe awarded numbers. Maybe numbers an issue there. Michaelhouse having one too many. That's a get out of jail free card there for Hilton, because that throw was very skew. Michaelhouse opting for the scrum. Hilton, sorry, opting for the scrum.
So Gary Ardis and Teichmann there. As well as the hooker, Bierkus. Amazing scenes here of this field, this amphitheatre in Hilton.
Teichmann, the scrum off, of course, a very prominent name here at Hilton. Gary Teichmann, an old boy, former Springbok captain. I have seen him walking around here today, in fact. He's actually nephew of Gary.
And the referee today, for your Facade, doing a good job so far. Volmans with an interesting kick here. And he's overcooked that one.
Big moonraker from Volmans, but slightly overcooked, in touch on the full, gifting Michaelhouse 15-20 meters, putting them into the Hilton half. Cameron Fredericks giving us a nice social media post here, watching all the way from Antarctica. I don't know what he could be up to there, maybe packing fish, Justin?
Didn't know there was internet down there.
That's great to see. Keep them coming.
Also a shout out to R&B Private Bank for making this stream possible. And right now, we get to see a proper old school derby between Hilton College and Michaelhouse. And it's almost 15 minutes gone, and it's 3-all. And there's pretty much nothing between the sides here at the moment, Andrew.
It's a ding-dong affair, Justin. It's up and down. Most of the rugby's happening in the middle of the park. Very, very tight, as you say. 3-all. It's a mouth-watering clash.
It's another terrific scrum for the black and white as Vilmans looks for some space. And Michaelhouse have to backtrack again. And they look to exit. And that ball is not out. Teichmann gives it to the captain, Armstrong. Tackled by Luke Stubbs. Hilton had the free play. So Gary Artis getting through a lot of work and a lot of carries. Vilmans with a skip ball. So work here for Tanaka Matza, the electrifying right winger. But this time he has to do some dog work as Michaelhouse gains some valuable ground. Hilton, here's the big man again with a little sneaky offload. This is great stuff. Armstrong, and here's Cox again. Flirting with the touchline. So Hilton starting to put the phases together as Michaelhouse make tackle after tackle. It's a Gary Artis. And it's a penalty here. This could be trouble.
Straight in from the side there, Justin. Cynical play when, as you watch a replay here, Mark Armstrong, lovely pass out to Josh Cox. Some vintage wing play down the touchline. And then Michaelhouse just infringing at the next breakdown. Straight in the side off his feet. I thought the ref was reaching for his pocket, but not so. And looks like Hilton have indicated for the posts. This is an opportunity for them to nudge in front. No, Vilmans is going for touch. So we're going to see some attacking play from Hilton. Taking a gamble. It is a kickable kick. But they're looking for touch. Maybe we can expect a rolling ball.
Decent position to work from here. Vilmans, the general, the number 10. And the ref, Foyer Facade, he'll have his hands full in this derby. Won't get much more difficult for him, that's for sure. Hilton playing games at line-out time. They deliver as they look to get the engine going. Michaelhouse going for the sack. Teichmann has to wait for it. Vilmans eventually straight through a gap. And Nether drops what would have been a certain try. But what a lovely line there by Vilmans.
Rod Vilmans with the show and go. Absolutely ghosts through the gap. Reminds me of Stephen Larkham almost the way he slid through there. The simple 2-on-1, the draw and pass, he gives it beautifully to Nella. Yeah, as you see the replay, little dummy there, Vilmans straight through. It's a little bit behind Nella, but you should be gathering those. That's 5 points gone a begging, I'm afraid.
Perhaps early season there for Nether. Obviously it was with South Africa Sevens at Windhoek. And Michaelhouse have a chance to relieve some pressure, and it's a good scrum. And look at this, they go put through a run here to the big man, Mark Grant. Grant Como last year as they work the short side. Good play here by Michaelhouse right in front of their fans. And they get the penalty as well.
Michaelhouse showing again indications of not being afraid to run it from their 22. That has been the order of the day for them throughout the day. They are known as a running rugby side, but they really don't kick much. If they do kick, it's an attacking kick, a chip or an up and under or something like that. They don't often play for the territory. They'd rather swing it wide and have a go.
It's up, finds touch. 10 meters from halfway here, Michaelhouse. Do they have something up their sleeves? Crampton, another good take by the number 5. Zakwe hitting the line, another big hit. That time it was Hamlin. And this is what a derby is all about, some physical stuff. He has the big man, Jewel. All the 118 kilograms of him. Puzon is wrapped up by his opposite number, Vilmans, and also Teichmann. Ullerman feeds it to Vermeulen, and it will be another free player. Penalty to Michaelhouse.
Hilton just a little bit too keen to get off the game, off the defensive line, rushing up. One or two of them just teetering with the offside line, a little bit over the offside line, and it's granted Michaelhouse the penalty, giving them a free shot at some extra territory.
Hey, Tommy!
Great touch finder there. So, Andrew, Michaelhouse in a threatening position here.
Absolutely. On the 22 of Hilton. Hilton in their red zone for the defense. Let's see if Michaelhouse can get to some of their tall timber in the line out. The last one was very good. And I expect to see some sort of running play in the back line.
Debo.
Well done!
And it's been poached. Hilton, when it counts, they come up with the steal. Zegeriadis. So many touches for the loose head prop. It's there for Teichmann.
Yeah.
4 months. Decides to have a go. Gets a beautiful offload away there to Booth. And then the pass is not great. And Michaelhouse breathe.
Ron Volmans looking very, very dangerous in this early part of the first half. Again, having a go from his own line, his own 22. Gets the chicken wing offload out here. We see the replay. Steps out the back door. Lovely offload to Booth. Booth should have given it straight to Glamini there. Didn't need to skip. He gave the skip to Latika, and it was a little bit low and a little bit far out.
So Michaelhouse have a chance to amends after that line-out. Their line-outs have been pretty good besides from that prior one. Now they have a scrub. As we see this beautiful fortress here at Hilton College. 4 months at the moment, the number 10, having a really good game. He looks like the danger man. So what can Michaelhouse do through their fly? Puzon, Zakwe. Beautiful moves here in the back line. As Puzon is in the fight here. Olivan getting to his forwards. Jewel says to Zegeriadis, if you can carry the ball, so can I. Olivan, Crampton, also getting through a lot of work, the lock forward. And it's a penalty to Michaelhouse.
Another infringement from the big tight end prop. In from the side and off his feet at the ruck. And it's in kicking range, but I suspect Michaelhouse with the attacking flair, they'll look to nudge it out and launch an attack. That's Quetta looking at a signal for poles. Another tweet from Nicholas Willem Palmer, loving the commentary from Mr. Duncan. Let's see our house do a little show and go. Hashtag School Sports Live all the way from Edinburgh. Nicholas Willem Palmer, a former Michaelhouse lock forward from the first team. He was a big unit. I remember him.
You'll be happy with his side's performance so far. As Eta has a difficult shot. And if he can get this one over, if he can bring this one home, there'll certainly be ice in the veins and fire in the belly for Michaelhouse. 12 minutes from half time. A decent effort there, but Hilton College breathe a sigh of relief. As they can look to exit now.
Shave past the left upright there. It had the legs just to the left. Gives Hilton a 22. We'll see if they go deep or short. I suspect Volmans will give us a big hoof downfield and try to get some territory with a good kick chase.
Come on, Ruan.
Not his best kick, and that'll be costly. Michaelhouse now will be very dangerous from here.
An uncharacteristic error from the fly half. Usually quite solid with his drop kicks. That one's just a little bit of a left hook there and sailing over and touch on the full. Gives Michaelhouse a centerpiece scrum on the Hilton 22, an attacking dream for any backline or any coach. Players can go either way. Looks like they've loaded 12, 13 and 14 on the right. Looks like 15's coming across right as well. Will the 8th man pick up? Will it go straight to a crasher? Another tweet coming in all the way from Australia. Alan's watching from the Gold Coast.
Oliman feeds. It's a firm scrub. Puzon trying to set off on a journey. And they've got another free play. And then the handling again, letting down Michaelhouse.
Again, the ball slipping out, but it looks like there's the penalty going. There's a card coming out here. Looks like a tip tackle.
It's a yellow card there for James Armstrong. And now this is in a vital time of the game. Andrew, 10 minutes before half time. And this is where a psychological edge can definitely take place for either of these two sides.
And it could go both ways, Justin. If Michaelhouse managed to either not concede any points or, in fact, even score with 14 men, and we often see that happen in international rugby. A player goes down, a team goes a player down, and they galvanize them, they come alive, and maybe they even score. So we'll see. The next 10 minutes should be interesting.
Mark Grant in picture there. 1.96 centimeters. To put it into perspective, he's taller than George North of Wales. Teichmann, Vilmans, the big man Armstrong, the captain, looking to inspire his troops here. And a possible turnover. Hilton still have the ball.
Strong counter ruck from Michaelhouse. Actually, one or two men managed to bulldoze 3 guys there, just looking to protect the balls. But unfortunately, it looks like a knock on somewhere in between. I must say, I didn't see a knock there, but it must have been a slide forward off one of their hands. So Hilton do retain the ball with the centerpiece scrum. Again, gives them options. Which way is Booth going to go? Which way is Naylor going to go? Which way is Volman's going to go?
Great carry there from Armstrong,
Come, Boothy.
the captain. Two half-backs, Solomon of Michaelhouse and Teichmann of Hilton College.
Just slightly wet underfoot. You can see the turf there just being churned up, but it is a world-class pitch and it's holding up very, very nicely. The drainage system has been unbelievable. So even though it's been wet, it's still in pristine condition. So
For your facade, the ref. Blood must be pumping as well in this derby encounter. Vilmans to Nether. Nether with some good footwork, fending away one. And he looks like he's certainly happy to be back, the outside centre. Hamlin, the blindside flanker. Teichmann, here's the big man, de Oliveira. A little bit of a jump. Hamlin frees it away here to Harvey. Teichmann goes right. Sageriadis again for about the 10th time. Teichmann, this is good ball. Vilmans, Booth hitting the line. Hilton edging closer now. Teichmann to Hamlin. Tommy Hamlin. And the crowd will go wild here if they can get over the line. The human bulldozer. De Oliveira. Slow ball here. Teichmann has to wait and he has to dig. Hamlin. And it's a penalty to Michaelhouse, a massive moment.
in from the side and off their feet, looking to seal the ball there, not allowing the Michaelhouse Jackal, as so to speak, to contest, look for the pilfer, and Michaelhouse, some heroic defence, and are running it, and he's straight through, Justin.
Here goes Grant Fox. It's actually Puzon. Brilliant play by the fly-off. And they go blind. Oliman to Kumalo. Puzon with a great line there. And catching Hilton asleep. They've only got 14 men on the field. Was that forward? It was, so cost the error. And that was great play there by Puzon.
Sloppy play on the forward pass there. Unnecessary. That's what pressure does to you, Justin. But Michaelhouse going quickly, unexpectedly, and Pusa on the floor probably should have let that go to the speedster on the right.
Just don't go anywhere at halftime. There's some great prizes to be won through the Ryan Walker Foundation. He was sadly diagnosed with MND back in 2013, and he's here today with his family, and it's a special occasion. So Teichmann, and it really feels like a good old war out here as Wilmans looks for distance, and Eta again in a difficult position. But the kid who's only played twice for his school is doing well. Here's Armstrong, and it's a quick line out. Busting through, here's Armstrong. Lack of support there, but Hilton looking inspired, and Michaelhouse get the penalty. Inspirational stuff.
Well, ref signaling that the ball was out, and Michaelhouse guys came straight to the side, but the ref said the ball was out. As you see on the replay here, Mark Armstrong getting some pace going. The big burly 8th man. Dlamini coming on the switch, but he decides to go himself. The double roll in the place, buying his teammates some time, but ball's out there. Ref says come in, and it looks like hands in the ruck for Hilton, and Michaelhouse get the penalty. Hanging on by a thread here with 14 men.
So far, it really feels like a test match out here at Hilton. This broadcast brought to you by R&B Private Bank. So far, we deadlocked. And Hilton, this will be valuable. Armstrong again, he's on fire. The captain. Into the 22 they go. It's the big human bulldozer once again. And Puzon with the unorthodox little kick there. And another one. Running out of ideas, Cox. And there's a player down. Michaelhouse player down.
Well, it's getting frantic out here, Justin. Helter skelter, end to end. Both teams thriving off each other's mistakes. Here we see the replay. Armstrong making good hard yards again. Fending off 1-2 tacklers easy. Making the gain over the advantage line. Referee stopped play. There's a man down. It was too close.
How good has the captain, Mark Armstrong, been in the past 5 minutes?
He's been electric, Justin. He's been all over the place.
Looks like Christian from Midlands down. The tight head prop. In the midst of battle here in the Midlands. 32 minutes gone. And remember to engage with us through all social media platforms. And this is never great to see. Hopefully precautionary.
Yeah, I hope so. The medics are out there. Both teams getting a breather. But hopefully precautionary. It's never nice to see. Could just be precautionary. Both teams getting a drink of water. There's a few minutes left in this half. 4.5 to be exact. If Michaelhouse can hang on here without conceding, they will go into the half with confidence, being a man down.
Well, Ian Parsons, he's coming onto the field, and he looks like a man who enjoys his food as well. So he'll be running over some players, that's for sure. He'll be fired up. The two locks there, Vienstra and Crampton, and another big unit. 142 kilograms of Midlands beef.
Chris Oliveira, his summer sport is water polo. So he features in the low teams there in water polo, and he's got a crack of a shot.
I believe he also played 5th team last year, so it's been a bit of a revelation for the tight head prop.
He did. He played in my 5th team last year, and we had a great season. He scored some great tries. So the Hilton bench will look to be getting on at some point later in the second half. We've got Andre Nitske at hooker. We've got Tim Mandel and Mangalisi Ngubane as the replacement props. We've got Christian Klaassen as a lock. Andrew Winskill as a flank. Number 21, Josh Miller, the reserve scrum half. 22, Simi Bembe as a utility inside-outside back. And number 23, Charles Vickers, also on the wing and in the centre.
And also, Andrew, it's just not about the rugby. It's almost like a Kirstenbosch picnic setting watching rugby. Never experienced anything like this in my life.
It's a beautiful setting out here in the Midlands. A lot of golf courses, a lot of greenery, a lot of tall trees, some good weather usually, especially in the winter, and the people love to come out here and support. It's awesome to be part of.
A capacity crowd like it's always been. And it's a scene that shows that it's 3-all. Vilmans, some great play by the fly, a few errors as well on his parts. And if a few of his passes paid off, there could be 1 or 2 tries, Andrew.
1 or 2 big decisions, both from both sides. Michaelhouse with the quick break, they could have offloaded. Booth with the 2-on-1 in the corner for Hilton, could have offloaded. But those decision-making is key in these pressure games. Here's Mark Armstrong, big run here, sliced through the Michaelhouse defence. Cox came on the switch, Dlamini was looking for him outside. Again, the double roll in the place. Mark Armstrong has been electric. I wasn't sure about that if the ball was out there, but the ref adjudicated that. So play resumes again with a Hilton scrum.
Also, just remember that Michaelhouse have a player off the field. James Armstrong, the open side flanker, is in the dog box today. And Hilton, with this advantage, they would like to think that they could go into half-time with the lead.
Replacement tighted on.
Parsons is on the field with his first scrum there, and Armstrong with another barnstorming run, the captain. As they carry it up, just happy to pick and go. That time it was Tommy Hamlin. And Michaelhouse, they've been in this position a few times and come away with a turnover. But can they answer that calling before half time? The pick and go again. Patience. Will it pay off? It's very tight out here as Hilton look to edge closer to the try line. It's real test match stuff. The crowd waiting to explode. Teichmann goes wide. Vilmans beats one. Gets the offload away to Dlamini, who's really close. Can they strike and get the opening try of the game? Hilton. It's the big man again now. To Oliveira, but Michaelhouse with inspirational defense. Fuyo Facade is there, the ref. And it's been turned. Heroic stuff. Heroic stuff at its finest here by Michaelhouse.
Some really, really solid defence there from the Michaelhouse side. Under the pump with the big Hilton forwards coming at them one after one after one. They managed to get a turnover and hack it into touch, but they're not out of jail yet, Justin.
Great line-outs in front of those Michaelhouse fans. At the back is Bierkus. Teichmann spreading it to Vilmans. Nella, 2 men on him. Vilmans leaves the goods behind. Teichmann in support. Nail-biting stuff. Hilton in search of that first try. Bierkus, a tough customer. Teichmann works the short side. Vilmans again with another show and go. Looking to break this tight defense of Michaelhouse. And they're defending for their lives. De Oliveira has another crack. Teichmann lets it go, and Michaelhouse's defense has been absolutely outstanding, Andrew.
absolutely outstanding. So much so that it's actually forced an error from Hilton. A little knock on at the base of the ruck has again got Michaelhouse out of jail. Hilton just getting over the advantage line, but not managing to convert or put any more pressure, as we see the yellow card coming back onto the field. So Michaelhouse back to 15 men. That will certainly help. Guys are down all over the field with cramps. As we see the replay here, Bjerk's making a strong carry, then getting hit backwards, double teamed by the Michaelhouse. Two of the Michaelhouse pack. Armstrong, Old Tashman goes wide, gives it to Volmans, but unable to come out with anything in this red zone.
So the guilty party is back on the field there. Armstrong having a chat with the ref, Facade.
Again, the Hilton bench, as you know, Justin, this is not only a 15-man game. We'll probably look to see a few reserves coming on around 60 minutes. We've got Andre Nitska at hooker, Tim Mandel and Mangalisa and Gubani at the props, Christian Klaassen at lock, Andrew Winskill at flank, Josh Miller at scrum off, Simi Bembe as a utility back, and Charles Vickers as a utility back.
Keep your comments coming. It's always good to see. And it's really on here. Both sets of supporters looking in good moods here. But the reason for that is because it's 3-all. Both sides obviously in with a chance as we approach half-time.
1 minute 19 left on the clock, Justin. Michaelhouse will be looking to get out of this 22. But who knows, maybe they'll run it.
What has been the order of the day. But in a derby like this, they look to exit. Geta. Matza just losing his footing there, fortunately for Michaelhouse.
Matza been very quiet on the wing. Hasn't had much ball go his way. He is a very electric player. He's fleet-footed and very capable of stepping anybody.
Michaelhouse. All the boys making a lot of noise there. Here come Hilton again. They've had a lot of possession, and that kid, Armstrong, has had a lot of ball. He made a few breaks as well. Brilliant stuff from Nella, the outside centre, with a great gap there. To Oliveira again. So many carries. Volmans, skip past to Klabini. Works it back into the traffic. Can Michaelhouse hold out, or will Hilton strike? Harvey, and great tackle there by Stubbs. Lays it back, Teichmann to Oliveira again. It's like he's eating all the food out here at Gilfillan. Goes wide, Volmans again with that trademark step. But Michaelhouse's defense has been immense. Phase after phase, Hilton go. Booth carries it up. Michaelhouse, surely not. They deliver again. And this will be a great boost in confidence.
Well, that's exactly what we spoke about with the yellow card. If they manage to hold out this pressure and go into the half-time, not conceding while they've been a man down, it's going to be huge for their confidence. Here we see James Harvey getting hit backwards. Big hit from Stubbs. And then Booth just getting a little bit isolated in the corner there. Sort of goes to ground easy, and Michaelhouse get the pilfer, get the steal. And they've just tapped it out and put it into touch. Scintillating stuff so far here, Justin.
Well, that's half-time. Michaelhouse 3, Hilton 3. And Andrew, it's really been like a test match.
It has been a test match. It reminds me of the Six Nations game. Low scoring at the moment, but still very exciting. There's been some line breaks, but some good defense. So it really has had a bit of everything, and that's what makes these games so special.
And details of the Ryan Walker Foundation will be coming up. There's some great prizes to be won, including a trip to the Rugby World Cup and then some holiday destinations as well. So don't go anywhere.
Girl, perfectly hurt, broken hurt.
My dad's name is Ryan Walker. He used to play rugby for the Sharks, but now he's a farmer. When I was born, my dad had meningitis and had to go to hospital for 10 days. He was in a room all by himself, or not allowed to visit him. When he came home, his body never recovered. My dad has had MND for my whole life. My name is Molly Walker, and I'll be 7 in April. Emmy is my baby sister. When she was in my mom's tummy, my dad got his final diagnosis. The doctor said my dad would only live for 2 years. I am so happy they were wrong. Just before I turned 3, we drove to America looking for doctors that could help my dad. My dad has tested and tried millions of pills and injections. My mom and dad are always searching everywhere for a cure. He used to manage well on his own. Now he falls a lot and needs help. My mom has to do most things for my dad. She helps him get dressed, eat and shower. She takes really good care of him. When my dad falls, he can't use his hands to stop him. Last week, he fell on his face and cut his lip. He broke 3 teeth and needed 8 stitches. Dad always gets up after he falls. He's the bravest dad I know. My dad's friends are raising money for the Ryan Walker Foundation to help my dad and others to fight MND. Please buy a raffle ticket for 400 Rand. You could win one of these amazing prizes.
Girl, you'll see the world, and you'll come to learn that falling in love is a strange work of art.
Everybody has to have a purpose in life to make waking up in the morning exciting. If you ask my dad what his biggest dream is, he will say, to walk my girls down the aisle and to watch the people we become. We are so grateful to everyone who is able to help so that one day my dad's dreams will come true.
That falling in love is a strange work of art. All of your battles will shape who you are.
So we're back here for the second half. It's Hilton College 3, Michaelhouse 3. And 32 years ago was the last time there was a draw. Of course, there's still plenty of time to come in this one. But Andrew, we said at the end of the half that it really feels like a test match here.
Absolutely, Justin. It was a game of territory, a game of defense, a game of attack. It was all there, and it was a ding-dong affair. lots of sides with lots of opportunities, but defense has been formidable from both sides. No team able to cross the whitewash on either side. There have been some line breaks, but the defense has been ruthless, especially from Michaelhouse in those last 10 minutes when they were pinned on their own line and they managed to not concede not even a point. So they all take great confidence going into the second half. Hilton College playing down towards the right-hand side. They love to play in front of their attack in front of their home crowd. So I wonder if that'll make a difference.
Hilton, of course, defending their official unbeaten record since Maritzburg College in May 2017.
Derek Lewis tweeting us all the way from Florida. Says the first game he has watched since leaving in 1959. Wow. Well, it's a privilege to be able to broadcast to you in Florida.
Broadcasted, by School Sport Live and R&B Private Bank. For your facade has done a great job, and we're underway here. Michaelhouse with a great take that time. It was Veenstra who's on. An elegant kick there into touch by the navigator.
Poussin finds the space, bounces exactly where he wanted it to bounce, rolls into touch, and that is exactly what you want from a kickoff. A clean take, a good ruck, and kick into the space. The Hilton line out.
Brendan Bierkus. It's a great line out there. Van Rijswijk with the initial work, the number 5.
Go, touch it, go! Get out
Here comes the White Army. Hilton College. Vilmans with a carry on. That doesn't work out. Great play there by Moody with an offload to Zakwe. And here's some pace thrown. Michaelhouse into Hilton territory. That time it is Veenstra and Hilton get the penalty.
That looked possibly for an obstructive play, pushing his man into his opponent, it seems like it. Michaelhouse looking pretty dangerous here. They absolutely diffused the bomb from Vilmans and actually made 10-15 meters, but Hilton with the penalty. Vilmans will nudge us into touch and set up for the line out. Luke van Rijswijk been generaling the Hilton line out. It has been solid so far, and let's see if they can pull off another one. Looks like they have been using the ball a lot. Hilton getting to play in front of their home crowd. You can see their boys on the right. That always sparks a bit of extra energy.
Bierkus with the feed. And it's overthrown, but fortunately they get it back through their captain, Armstrong. Hilton setting off on another journey here. There were many excursions into Michaelhouse territory towards the end of the half. And here they come through Nether. Flamini, space here, and the pass is behind Tanaka Matsa. And Michaelhouse, well, that'll be gold for them. They have a chance to exit now.
Simple 2-on-1 there, Justin. Perhaps the winger was a little bit flat, and Dlamini had to rush the pass. But it was good pressure defense from Michaelhouse. Forces the forward pass, forces the error. And looks like a scrum to Michaelhouse for the forward pass just outside their 22, so he won't be able to put this in directly into touch. But knowing this Michaelhouse team, they might just go wide and swing it.
As they have done so far in this game and through the day with their other teams. A special atmosphere here at Gilfillan. Gaeta. It's not out. It wasn't a bad kick, but Hilton have possession. Vilmans looking composed. A good step and a good carry by the number 10. Hilton back into Michaelhouse territory, and that's what this game has been about.
Sloppy play there from the Michaelhouse front row. You cannot not get behind the ruck and impede the scrum off from an offside position. got a tweet from Bra Army. I got their raffle tickets for the Ryan Walker Foundation. Good luck to everyone who enters. Do it for the cause. All the way from Paris.
Just remember, some great prizes to be won, and the funds go towards Ryan Walker so that he can live the rest of his life in dignity.
You can even see the Florida guys linking up. Both alumni from Hilton looking to link up on from the Schoolfoot's live platform. So from that sloppy penalty that Michaelhouse has given away, it's given a shot straight in front of the poles for Vormans to take the white into the lead. It's not an easy kick. It's 40-odd meters out.
And you'll have to hurry up here. So will that get to him?
That's not ideal.
It's a good strike. And it's over. What a beautiful kick from Vormans.
He's absolutely cashed in on that opportunity. Splits the uprights, raises the flags, puts Hilton into the lead. 6-3 with 30 minutes to go. That's what ill discipline will get you, Justin. No need to play the scrum off there, and he's punished for it.
Neta sends it into the 22. Hilton clear. They're not out of the woods yet. Michaelhouse. Well, what can they bring to this game on attack? That's the question. Ian Parsons on the field. Coming on for Vermeulen just before half time. What an occasion for the prop forward. And stolen by Hilton. Michaelhouse not getting the line out right. This eases a lot of pressure off College. As the ball travels high into the air. And Hilton get it back. But they don't, because Michaelhouse threw Puzon and he sets off in the right place at the right time. Can Michaelhouse take advantage of this opportunity through Jewel? Oleman gives a pop pass there to Stubbs. Oleman waits. He delivers. Puzon, he's lighting up here. Zakwe, space on the left. Theta, beautiful stuff. Here's Mark Grant. Great ball. Phenomenal, but it's out into touch. And Theta was so close.
Almost a try for Michaelhouse, but there was great camera work there. Straight down the touch line, you could see his foot went into touch. Linesman raises the flag, but some enterprising play from Luke Pousson. He is really drifting around Stephen Larkham fashion. Here he goes, swings it wide. They're playing with nice depth, and there's a great execution of a 2-on-1. The tall timber on the wing there cuts inside, cuts outside. Great offload, and Tanaka Matza just doing enough to get his foot in touch. Desperate defense from Hilton, and it pays off.
And that ball's not out. Here's the tall man, gives it to Eta. And he sets off with a step. Defense is tight. Oleman, the little scrummy. And Schnall is down, he looks in pain. For Hilton College as Michaelhouse rumble on. Great ball there to Crampton. Zakwe. Michaelhouse trying to edge into the red zone here. Jewel tackled by D'Oliveira. Oleman, Puzon with an unorthodox kick over the top. It sits up, but it's been spilt. Can you believe it, Andrew? That was a great kick there from Puzon, and Michaelhouse dropped the prize.
Electrifying stuff from Michaelhouse. Pousson is on fire. A little dink over the top, perfectly weighted with a bounce straight back in. The bounce, classic bounce of a rugby ball, but Michaelhouse want to get in this game, they've got to be taking those chances. Murray Schnell back on his feet. Here's the highlight. Just a little dink over the top. Bounces perfectly into the fullback's hands, but just cannot control the pull. That would have been a try under the sticks. 5 points got a begging for Michaelhouse.
And there's been a few handling errors in crucial situations for both sides. Nether earlier in the first half as well.
Absolutely. And those are the difference makers in these derby games.
Teichmann, Vormans sees a bit of space. An exceptional kick.
Absolutely raking kick from Vormans. Goes a full 40 meters, finds a space behind the winger. Bounces, exactly what the coach ordered. See Murray Schnell's back on his feet in the line out here, number 4. Murray Schnell, also the first team water polo captain here at Hilton College.
Big stops, blindside flanker there. Crampton behind him. Debo making his debut last week and scoring a try. So here we go, Oleman, Huzard, Zakwe, the inside centre, getting over the advantage line. Oleman comes left. Fancy little kick in there. And Matza, what can he do? Puts it to boots. But there's thousands of Michaelhouse players here. Huzard starting to light up. Here's Murray, great ball.
Wow, an early tackle there, a late tackle, sorry, after the little chip through. Michaelhouse was showing some real skill, some deft touches. And that looks like they've been pinged for a late tackle. Doesn't look like it's going to be more than just a penalty. Perhaps just a speaking to from the referee.
Kumado, the new kid on debut, yeah. Almost had a try earlier.
Now it's decision time. Here we see lovely offload here to the fleet-footed winger. To Gwe to the fullback. He puts in a little chip and he's just slightly impeded by Tanaka Matza. Decision time now for the Michaelhouse side. They've opted for the scrum. Again, 3 points in front, almost in front of the poles. Very kickable kick, but it looks like they're opting for the set piece. As we see the Hilton College boys getting very festive, uniting.
Really bruising stuff out here in the Midlands. Picturesque setting here in the Midlands. And you wouldn't say that there's a massive battle going on right here from that picture. It's really, really tight. And both sets of supporters are really getting behind their teams here. 3 points the difference. Michaelhouse now with a shot.
Well, definitely lining up a strike move here. Pousson's going to be the key man here. What is he going to deliver this time? He's shown all sorts of tricks. Chips, dummies, shows and goes. Oh, they're going for a classic 8.
Moody, Oleman, the scrum off. And they've got the free play. Here comes Michaelhouse in search of a try at Stubbs. As they edge closer, can they be the first team to get a meat pie here? Right by their fans. Can they reward their fans for all their hard work? Yes, Chill stretching. Really close. There's the opening try. Michaelhouse strike. Who's coming up with him? It's Oleman, the scrum off.
Brett Oleman just taking advantage of the little gaps around the rucks, the show and go, where the pillars and posts should be. Michaelhouse get over for 5 points. That came from some relentless pressure, but actually the big Burley, loose head prop, Brandon Jewell got the go forward ball. Hilton defense under pressure, as you see he has the carry in the replay. And Alleman just sees a gap and snaps straight forward. Hilton's defense slightly slow to fold around, but they were under pressure and they convert.
What a statement by Michaelhouse. 15 minutes into the half and they're in front with the first try of the game. And Neta has a chance to get the extra 2. Crucial kick here. It might just force Hilton to turn down a few shots at goal. The crowd tells you, Neta makes no mistake. Michaelhouse 10, Hilton College 6. 15 minutes gone here in the Midlands. A good 20 minutes to go, but the battle's really going to start now, Andrew.
Absolutely. Now Hilton, as you say, are 3 points behind. A penalty will only get them the draw. They might have to start swinging it a bit more. And off the kickoff, we see Michaelhouse try to get out of jail. Pump it down, but it goes into the hands of Armstrong, and he's thrown a wild pass into touch.
And Michaelhouse will start believing now that they can get their first victory since 2016, but there's a long way to go. Hilton trying to defend that unbeaten record. Bierkus will throw. Van Rijswijk. Here's Armstrong hitting the line, as he's done so often today. Hamlin, the blindside flanker. Teichmann, Armstrong, Vullmans. Going around a few players, staying on his feet, but not really going anywhere, so Michaelhouse won't mind that. Tommy Hamlin, good defense on him. De Oliveira takes it up, no intention of going wide, but he gains some great meters. Vullmans, Booth, the dummy switch there, he's tackled by Zakwe.
They've come back for the penalty. I think the Michaelhouse flanker just shot up a little bit quick off the defensive line, and he was offsides. Referee playing advantage for that, obviously no advantage. They're coming back for that. A little bit out of Vullmans' range, I would say, from the halfway line, so I'll definitely look for touch. But the Michaelhouse supporters are alive. They're loving this at the moment. There's Ruan Vullmans. You can see he's very good with his feet, managing to beat defenders one-on-one. And just after that ruck was the infringement.
So Hilton edge closer to the 22. And can they respond? Can they hit back? Their fans are going absolutely berserk. Good take there by Schnell. He was in trouble a while ago, but he's looking well now. To get the rolling more going. Armstrong, the captain, has it at the back. Looking motivated. They want to strike. They get the free play. Vullmans looking for an opening. Fending off one. Teichmann. Hamlin. He's had a big game. As Tommy Hamlin. The pick and goes to Gary Artis. Many touches in the first half for the loose head prop. Hilton looking calm and collected here. They want to go into the lead. They want to hit back. So Gary Artis in supports. Michaelhouse trying to defend for their lives. It's taking an age to come out. And Michaelhouse, surely not again here, Andrew. Surely not again.
Massive
They've
counteract.
done so much of this.
Massive counteract for Michaelhouse, but Seems like there was an infringement at the ruck. They had done well, but then hands in the ruck after the counter has given the penalty back to Hilton. Opting for the scrum. I'll smell at 8, 9, 15 here. Mark Armstrong picking it up.
Can the captain step up? Hilton College and Michaelhouse brought to you here by R&B Private Bank and School Sport Live. What an occasion. An old school derby. The party is on here at Gilfillan as the Hilton supporters try to will on their team. A try now will be a massive moment for College. They'll edge into the lead with 15 minutes to go, but they've got to get the scrum right first. Michaelhouse's defense has been heroic the entire game.
This could be a case of which team is better conditioned.
Teichmann, not a great scrum. Spat out the back there, and Michaelhouse won't mind it, but Hilton are still in a threatening position. It's almost like copper stuff out here. A real war, a battle of the trenches. Man after man, phase after phase, tackle after tackle. Is there a big moment coming here for Hilton? As they rumble towards the try line. Michaelhouse can only defend for so long. Here's the captain, Armstrong. Crazy, crazy, crazy defense. And you can see how much it means to all these players. De Oliveira, the big man, what a shift he's had. Teichmann goes left to the loose head prop. Zachariadis, who's on, trying to poach it. Teichmann, they go left. Fullmans stepping like he's done all game. So many phases, so many tackles. This is thrilling stuff out here. Teichmann, lack of support. His forwards have to secure the ball. Van Rijswijk that time. And this defense of Michaelhouse, whatever happens, it's been heroic. Fullmans, they go wide. Booth to Nela, heading the line. It's gone back. Here's Harvey. James Harvey, the open side flanker. I wonder how many phases have passed. Surely about 20 or so. Teichmann looks left and then goes right to Booth. Here's Armstrong, the captain. He's still going, Armstrong. And then Ollerman, the try scorer, has to bring him down. De Oliveira, the big man, the human bulldozer strikes for Hilton, and they're back in front.
Relentless, relentless, relentless. That's all we can say here, Justin. That was over 20 phases. Hilton keeping their composure, going the direct route, not forcing it out wide, and eventually the big man takes 2 or 3 defenders and he stumbles over the line for a 5-pointer. Huge, huge play from Hilton. The Michaelhouse defense was heroic, and at times they looked to steal the ball. But Hilton managed to keep the pill, kept it contained in the tight loose, got the advantage line. As you see the replay here, Mark Armstrong very prominent in this attack, manages to shirk off a few defenders, hits the ground with the double roll there for the extra place. Nice flat ball to De Oliveira, and that close to the line, it's going to be hard to stop the big man.
I tell you what, Andrew, that'll be the best meat pie that he's ever had in a Michaelhouse clash when it matters. 142 kilograms of Midlands beef.
He'll be a very happy man tonight, Chris De Oliveira. Big kick here for Fullmans.
He nails it.
Like a surgeon, splits the upright, raises the flags, and Hilton regained the lead with 13 minutes left to play. It is a one-try affair.
And Andrew, just shows you what one try can do. It's a catalyst.
Absolutely. You can see a few guys stretching here, getting a few cramps. It's been a scintillating game up and down. As I said before, it could be a case or a tale of a side who is more conditioned, or perhaps who uses their subs more effectively.
So Hilton, the hooker there, Birkus doing well. Teichmann waits, goes for a composed kick, but he finds the lighthouse, and Mark Grant with a chip and chase. Zageri Artis in an unusual position there. He'll be saying, where were you, fullback? Shlamini, charge down. And yes, Shlamini. And here's the quick man, the gas man, Matza, Tanaka Matza. He might be a small little bloke, but he's got a lot of heart, but he's given away a penalty here.
Hilton just a little bit over enthusiastic in the breakdown, flying off their feet and giving away the penalty. Had to be more composed here. The moment got a little bit too big for them. Excellent play from Tanaka Matza, managing to stay on his feet and fend off a few. Michaelhouse lineout has been in tatters. So although this will get here, as we see the charge down, and then Dlamini with a beautiful 2-on-1, sees the space. Tanaka beats first defender. Mark Grant wraps him up. And they've reversed the penalty. More ill discipline from Michaelhouse. A push on Tanaka Matza after they had their own penalty has resulted in the referee reversing the penalty. So sloppy play there from Michaelhouse.
And Vilmans, if he goes for goal here, which it looks like he is, this is a very difficult kick. But it'll be a very difficult lead for Michaelhouse to break then with 10 minutes to go if this does sail through.
This will be proper insult to injury from a reverse penalty if Vilmans can split the upright here.
Almost an equivalent of a 10-point turnaround, considering Michaelhouse could have gone deep into Hilton's half. So Vilmans, the vice captain, his radar's been working today, but this is a test. A real test, yeah. At the Amphitheatre of Dreams, yeah, in the Midlands. Drags it to the right. Michaelhouse, well, even if it went over, they would still be in the game, but this is big. It's only 3 points the difference. Of course, just remember the last draw was 32 years ago. There was actually 2 draws in that year, in 87. But both sets of supporters and everybody in the ground doesn't want that to happen. They don't want to draw. Tanaka Matza beats one. He skins him, carving up the defense here. And that's a high tackle. So there could be another player for Michaelhouse going to the dog box. There's a lot of numbers on the left, but Murray Schnell has other ideas. And this could be big. Is there a card waiting to get out of Vuyovicade's pocket? But he seems, no, let's not ruin the spectacle.
It's one of those things, Justin. Tanaka being a shorter player. As we see here, he's got a great step. Just the arms drags up onto the neck, and defenders have to be very careful when tackling him. As a shorter person, he can be prone to giving away a high tackle. Vilmans opting not to go for poles here, which is interesting. It's more in his range.
If Hilton come away with another 5-pointer, it might be a little bit too far for the kids from the Balgowan Valley. 40-minute drive away. Can they defend and get the ball back? Birkus with the overthrow. Hilton still have it back. Here we go. Vilmans. The hot stepper. Teichmann spreads it wide. Van Rijswijk that time with the carry. Teichmann goes left. And Cox with a run there off the left wing. A try now will be massive for College as Michaelhouse try to get the turnover. De Oliveira wants a second, but it's gone forward. And Michaelhouse are hanging on to the game here.
Hilton managing to stay in their half. Again, Michaelhouse giving away silly errors. They'd won the line out. Hilton had overthrown it, but they managed to not... had it in two hands, but spilt it and gave it back to them with a knock-on advantage. There we see the replay. Strong carry there from James Harvey, it looks like. Latika Nela came on a big line, but Teichmann decided to skip him and go wide. And some good racking from Michaelhouse. Gets the birds in the turnover.
Michaelhouse, they are full of spirits despite having to travel another 95 meters up the field here if they had to see this one home. Hilton have Michaelhouse right where they want them here.
Michaelhouse, 10 minutes to play, 8.5 minutes left. They've got to get some purchase in order to get back to this game. Hilton have dominated the territory battle, and that's seen them get in front. Looks like there's a sub on. Andrew Winskill, second team captain and flank. He's an open side type flanker, puts a lot of pressure on at the breakdown, so that'll be good impact for the Hilton side.
Otherman feeds.
Big scrum from the Hilton boys.
Going back at the rate of knots here, but they get the free kick.
What do you do here, Justin? You run it?
Well, for Michaelhouse, they need something special. And if that's going coast to coast. But I think there's still quite a bit of time here. There's no need to panic yet. The chip and chase. De Oliveira. These two props of Hilton College playing like backs. Teichmann. Segeriadis. Probably his 20th carry. Teichmann works the short side. There's numbers here. Joshua Cox for glory. Great defense again from Michaelhouse. Bierkus sees the chalk and he loses a jersey as well. Teichmann works the blind side. Nella. Great ball there to Dlamini, and Dlamini strikes. But timeout. Boya Vacade is going to check with his assistants, but this will be a blow.
May have been a slight knock-on. Dlamini in the corner, but they are playing with penalty advantage for that high tackle on Bierkus. So either way, and he's given the try.
Tapiso Dlamini scores for Hilton College. A try that will certainly, unless something crazy happens, give Hilton College the victory here.
Tapiso Dlamini going over in the corner. The rangy fullback gets some purchase for all his hard work in his two halves. This is now an 18-10 lead with a kick to come. Could be hard work for Michaelhouse to come back with just over 6 minutes to go. Don't want to speak too soon, but it looks like Hilton might have this one locked up.
Vilmans with another difficult kick. But will he be boosted by the Dlamini try? The past 15 minutes has been vintage for Hilton College. And that is also a vintage kick by Sir Ruan Vilmans.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable strike from the Hilton fly half. From the corner, straight through. 10 points is the difference now. 6 minutes to play. Michaelhouse will have to start swinging it wide. They have to have at least 2 scores to get back into this game.
Says something about the mental capacity for Hilton College. Obviously, when they were behind through that Ottoman try, and here comes the captain. This is inspirational from Armstrong. And Vuyo Fakade, the ref, well, he's managed this game very, very well in the 201st clash. So can Michaelhouse, will they roll the dice here and end this game with a bang? They've given it their all. Oleman, who's on, and Jewel, the loose head prop. Oleman, who's on, they let it go. Murray, they work their hands. Here we go. It's Grant on the left wing. Had only a few opportunities. The giants of a left winger. Michaelhouse in search of a second try. Who's on? He's been a live wire. Oleman goes right. It's the edge closer to the 22. Diebel, he's wrapped up there by De Oliveira, and this will be like Mulva pudding for the big feather, but it's a penalty. So Michaelhouse now, well, it depends how many minutes are left on Fakade's watch here, but they could technically have a shot at goal and then try and get a converted try.
They could do that. Penalty pinged for no clear release there. Must allow the placer to have a chance to place the ball. No clear release on him. Penalised. What do Michaelhouse do here? They're probably going to go to touch. On the main clock, we're looking at 3.5 minutes to go. If Michaelhouse can get some purchase here, it will give us an exciting minute.
Who's on? So Michaelhouse, do they have other plans here to make it an awkward last few minutes possibly for Hilton? It's been turned, and that will surely be it. It's a Gary Artis who's put in a very industrious shift. Full months, plays no games, and finds touch.
That's been the story of their lineouts, Justin. They haven't been able to get their set piece right, especially in the lineouts, and that has killed a lot of opportunities for the men in red and white. On the contrary, Hilton's set piece has been very, very good.
They managed to get it back. A sloppy one though. Who's on? Hit hard there by Claassen. Oleman, Jewel, he's really given it his all. It's been a day of days for the props out here. That time it was Bienstra, the lock forward. Who's on? Murray. Wasn't a bad pass, but it wasn't gathered. You can tell by those signs that Hilton are in front here by 10 points.
Hilton scrum with a minute to go. Clock will wind down a bit here. This looks like it's Hilton's for the taking. They've rung the substitutions. There are Claassen's and Fox on in the front row. And we've got Vickers on in the centres, Charles Vickers.
Hilton moments away from their 5th consecutive victory. Of course, for both sides, the record is 7 in a row. Teichmann Vilmans doesn't kick it out. So what can Grant do? Mark Grant beats one and goes for a fancy miracle ball. Who's on? Still going. Works the short side here. Zakwe. Michaelhouse. Wahakeen. Are they to end in a bang here through Jewel? And the product has gone forward. Is there still time? There is perhaps a chance for Hilton College to end off this game in sublime style through the scrum.
A lot of fundamental errors from the Michaelhouse side tells me that perhaps it's a conditioning thing. The last 10 minutes, and that can let you down. Lead to a few errors, basic handling errors, line-out errors, and that has just kept Hilton pinning them back. Can Hilton finish, as you say, with a magical try?
Vilmans has other ideas. He kicks it into the crowd, and that is that. Hilton College 20, Michaelhouse 10. Hilton College get their 5th consecutive victory over the kids from the Balgowan Valley. And Hilton College now, Andrew, they'll go in full of spirits down to the Cape for the World Schools Festival.
Well, it's exactly what they needed to go down to the World Schools Festival, especially after a draw to Kearsley last weekend. They needed to bounce back, and they have bounced back, and it was a convincing victory. Although Michaelhouse went out in the lead early, and they were looking like they're a strong outfit, the men in red and white, in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. The second half was completely dominated by the men in the white.
And also, it was just that 10 minutes after the first try from Michaelhouse when Hilton College played some vintage rugby as well.
Absolutely. They're keeping it in the tight loose and picking and going with the heavies in the tight 5, doing the hard yards in the trenches. Some of it wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
So that's all from us here in the heart of the Midlands. We saw 2 great tries through Hilton College, through Tlamini and De Oliveira, which came after that Brett Ollerman try from Michaelhouse. Hilton College, the question was, did they have the response? And mighty boy, they did.
all the boys here. And today I think what brought us through was we're playing something that more than ourselves. This is the Walkers Foundation, boys. So just thank you to everyone here. Thank you to all the ball boys for all their work today. Well done to everyone. It was a great day. Thank you, boys.